Hi, my name is James Kelly. I currently work for Hill Group, and today I'll be running through the mechanical items within your flat as a visual aid on top of your home user guide. If you need any more in-depth information, please refer to your home user guide or contact Gateway. So within the utility cupboard there's a heat interface unit, or a HRU, which is this black unit on the wall. The HRU transfers heat from the communal system into the central heating system of the plot itself. On the HRU you'll find a heat meter. This will be used so the resident can identify how much usage they are using within the plot and how much hot water they are using. And to the left hand side of it there'll be a Liberty Connect secure meter. This is the payment meter for the HRU, which allows the resident to know the costs of running the hot water and heating within their plot. This meter is the hub of the smaller smart meter, which will be located within the kitchen, which from there the resident can identify the history of their hot water and heating, as well as the previous payments and the current tariffs they are on. Above the HRU there's a number of valves. This will never need to be used by the resident, as it's been set up during commissioning of the plot itself. For any reason, if they do need to be switched on, the resident should seek assistance from Gateway first. There's also a filling loop, as you can see attached. When we come to hand over, this will not be installed and be left above the HRU. If this ever needs to be used, this should be used by a Gateway member of staff only and not the resident. So this is your wireless heat meter, which is connected wirelessly to the heat meter within your cupboard. This is used to see how much hot water you're using and how much heating you're using within your plot. Within this smart meter you can see your usage per month, and you can even see your previous history on months. This also says your tariff and payments, and you can compare it to other months previously. Usually you will not need to use this, it'll just be sitting on your worktop. There's more if you are interested to see your usage. For more information, please contact Gateway or see your home user guide. Within the hallway there is also a programmer located, as shown here. This programmer is what the resident will use to turn on and off the heating within the plot. During commissioning, before handover, we've already set up the heating to be switched on at certain times for 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening. The resident does have the ability to change the timings by opening up the lid at the bottom and following the simple instructions below. If the resident wants to raise the temperature within the plot, they simply click the up key arrow until the little fire symbol on the screen comes on, and that will mean that the heating will be switched on. If there is no fire symbol, that will mean that the plot has reached the temperature and the heating will switch off. Again, if the resident is too hot within the plot, they just use the down arrow to lower the temperature. The programmer is also related to the TRV on top of each radiator. So in each plot you have a radiator such as this one within your lounge and your bedroom. We would have already set your thermostat up in the hallway, so your heating would come on, for example, at 8 to 10 o'clock in the morning at 20 degrees. Between 8 and 10, this radiator will start heating up to 20 degrees if the thermostat is set on 2, which is 20 degrees. If you're not happy and you want the radiator to heat up further, then you turn the thermostat round to either 3, 4 or 5, and that will make the radiator heat up further. If the radiator is too hot for you, then turn the radiator all the way down to 1, which is the coolest that can be. If you want the radiator to be switched off completely, then turn the thermostat down to the single line. So within your utility cupboard you'll have an MVHR, mechanical ventilation heat recovery system, which is this white unit here. This both supplies fresh air and extracts air around the plot, as well as recovers heat around the plot and recycles it. We, during our commissioning stage, have already balanced the MVHR as per the requirements of the flat and the requirements set by the client. There is a small display here. The resident never need to look at this. This is to be looked at by a maintenance people. Similarly, in the access panel above, there are filters to the system. Again, this should not be looked at by the resident, it should be looked at by a qualified member of staff. If there are any issues with the MVHR, the resident should contact Gateway, who should send out a qualified person to look at the MVHR system. As well as all the rooms having an intake or extract vent, the kitchen also has a fan boost switch. This will be used when you're cooking to get rid of smells or condensation. To switch the fan boost on, you simply switch to switch down. You'll know the fan boost has come on because the fan will make more of a noise. Once the smells or condensation's gone and you've finished cooking, you switch the switch back up and the fan will go back into low mode. So within your plot there are 5 sprinklers, one in the kitchen, lounge, bedroom, hallway and cupboard. You'll not ever need to worry about the sprinkler, and these will only be activated in case of a fire. In case of a fire, the white cap, as you can see, when it reaches to a certain temperature, the white cap will fall off, the sprinkler head will fall down and water will start to come out of the sprinkler. So this is the standard sink which is fitted in all the plots. To get cold water, turn the tap anti-clockwise and up. And to get warm water, turn the tap clockwise and up. To turn off, simply just turn the tap down. So under the sink you have your waste kit. If there is a blockage, you unscrew this and you can get to the blockage. Simply tighten it back up once the blockage is moved. At the back you've got 2 copper pipes with your shutoff valves. In case there is a leak, you can turn the valves off and that will stop water coming out the tap. You also have a future use dishwasher waste if required. So within each plot, there's at least one lockable unit within your kitchen. The key to the lock can be found within your key pack at handover. The cupboard is mostly used as a medicine cabinet, which can prevent residents and children getting into the medicine, but it also has many other functions if required. So some of the plots are fitted with a tilt and turn window, such as this one. When you move into your plot, the window key will be kept in the handle and the handle will be locked. To unlock the window, turn the key, move the handle up and the window will tilt. To make the window open fully, make sure the window is fully shut, tilt the handle all the way up and the window will open. To lock the window, again shut the window, make sure it's fully shut, turn the handle all the way down and then relock the key. So within your plot pack, you will have a lounge balcony door key and a bedroom balcony door key. This process will show you how to work both doors, as they're both the same. With the lounge balcony door, put the key in the door, turn the key, lower the handle, and the door will open. To close the door, make sure the door is fully shut, lift the handle up, and turn the key, and the door is closed. So all the front doors in this project are all fire doors, and they can be locked in the following way. The resident simply just lifts the handle up, turns the thumb turn clockwise, and this will lock the handle in place. For the resident to release the front door, they just turn the thumb turn anti-clockwise, pull the handle down, and this releases the front door. So within the toilet is a back to the wall toilet and a flush button located on top. The flush button can be removed if there's any maintenance issues, however this will not need to be required by the resident. There's also a countertop sink which we have plumbed into the correct temperatures, flow temperatures as per commissioning. Underneath the sink there's an access panel. This is where the shutoff valves are for the sink if there is a leak, however this will mostly be used by maintenance staff only. Above the sink there's also an access panel. This allows maintenance teams to gain access to the SCP. The resident will never need to gain access to this access panel. This is only in case of a blockage, but again this will be undertaken by maintenance staff. In the bathroom you have a walk-in shower with a bifolding door. On the right hand side of the shower you have a hot and cold temperature. On the left hand side you have your flow rates depending on how you want it. The shower is also handheld so it can be moved around the shower. There is also a towel radiator within the bathroom. This has a TRV, similar to what is installed within the bedrooms and the bar and the lounge. The TRV will be set to number 2, which is the neutral point of the flat, and that relates back to the programmer within the hallway. However, if the resident does want to heat up the radiator, they can change the TRV to either 3, 4 and 5, or if they want to lower the temperature, they can turn it down to 1. On the ceiling, there is an extract vent. The extract vent is used when there is too much condensation in the bathroom. Obviously, the extract vent will always be running, however within the MVHR there's a humidity stat, so when too much condensation arises within the bathroom, it will automatically kick into boost until the condensation level lowers, and then the MVHR will switch back to low mode.